going on, y'all? What's going on, good people? It's your boy Dre, aka Shango Rising, aka Shango Rising, aka Speak Easy. Uh, Back at it for another tarot spread video. If y'all haven't had a chance to subscribe or like the page on YouTube under Real Life Expression, please take a second and subscribe and like that for me. I would greatly appreciate it. Cancer. Y'all up? It's the recurring problem spread that I've been doing for all of the zodiacs is Cancer that I've landed on. I am a Cancer sun on the tropical spectrum of the zodiac, so I pretty much resonate with this particular spread. I've already done it. Makes a lot of sense. A lot of issue. What's an issue that I've always had? So we'll go ahead and get into it with no further ado. So Cancer. First question: why does this problem keep repeating in my life? So the card I pulled is the Queen of Pentacles. Now the Queen of Pentacles is generous. She is nurturing. She's financially secure and things like that. So how this relates to Cancer is too nice. Too nice. There's not anything wrong with being nice or nurturing, but the thing is, a lot of times Cancers give more than they have to give, and that is why we keep having the same problems. Same problem. It might be different issues, it might be different aspects, but it revolves around the same issue. You're being too nice. You're not looking out for yourself enough. So remember that, Cancer. We're generous, we're water signs, we're nurturing and we're loving, but we kill ourselves by being too nurturing, being too loving, and pouring from a cup that, is not full. So we give more than we have to give. So keep that in mind, Cancer. Second question: what is the root cause of the problem? Pull the Two of Pentacles reversed. Now, the Two of Pentacles deals with, like I said in the previous card, taking on too much. We got a choice. The two is always indicative of choices. We have a choice. Are we going to do what's best for us, or are we going to try to make everybody happy? Trying to make everybody happy is a failing proposition, because someone's always going to feel like you didn't give to them as much as they should, as much as they should be given. So prioritize self first. If you can give past self, you have enough to give past self, then by all means. But if you are in a situation where you don't have it to give, you don't have to give it, Cancer. That's our thing. We always think that, if people are upset with us, or people, don't see us in that most positive light, especially people that we care about, like people that, are inconsequential, that's one thing. But people that we care about, we'll bend over backwards and give people the world when we don't even have a neighborhood. You know what I mean? So you have to prioritize self first, because that balance is out of balance. You got the people that you're giving to up here, and you down here, and then you're gonna always have an issue with that. So remember that. Third question, Cancer: what will happen if you ignore the problem? I pulled the Judgment card in reverse. So what that means is that if you ignore this, you'll always be just too reliant on other people's opinions. Like you always be indecisive, feeling like, well, if I do this, then they're gonna be mad, but if I do this, then I'm not gonna have this. So again, it comes down to prioritizing self, because what happens is when you don't prioritize self, you miss opportunities for self. And you might have appeased someone on this side, but you're looking at your cup, like I said before in the previous example, it's not full. You don't have it to give. You're gonna miss opportunities. You know what I mean? So like I said, it's nothing wrong with giving and being generous and being nurturing, but not to a fault. And when that fault is you not having. All right. Fourth question. What inner guidance am I ignoring? That's your intuition. That's that little voice in your head. What is that little voice in your head telling you to do that you're not doing, Cancer? Well, I pulled the Eight of Swords. Now, and numerology becomes important in tarot too, because it kind of gives you the basis for some of the problems. Sometimes I can look at a spread by some of the numbers and just can tell the general, outline and problem based off the numbers. So this is an 8. I also have an 8 for the next card, which is the 8 of Cups. But this is an 8, and defeat, boundaries, and recognition of limitations is what 8 represents. So if you aren't recognizing that you don't have it to give, then you'll continue to put yourself in situations where you're out of balance. So the 8 also speaks, the 8 of Swords specifically speaks to stop being paralyzed by fear. Don't worry about it. I mean, if you can't give, they're mad, so what? Everybody has to figure this thing called life out for themselves. Again, like I said a couple times in this particular video, it's not anything wrong with giving or being generous, but you can't fight people's battles for them. You can't live their life. You can't correct their mistakes. You have to understand that you got to make this choice and move on. You got to be honest with yourself. If you already know going into a situation it's going to be tough for you to, make yourself happy by doing the thing for this other person, that's an easy choice. Stop being paralyzed by fear of how they're going to feel about you, what they're going to say about you, what they're going to think about you. It's inconsequential. It don't matter. It's the second time I've used inconsequential, so know it's serious. But no, seriously, make the decision. Look out for self. That's what 8 is. The 8 of Swords is telling you. And as I mentioned, the last card, which is how can I overcome this problem once for all, it's the 8 of Cups. Again, 8 stand for recognition of limitations and boundaries being set and knowing your boundaries. Learn the lesson that you come first. Period, point blank. If not, you'll regret it. That's basically what this card is telling you. The 8 of Cups is telling us that we're at a crossroads. What are we going to do? Are we going to continue to do what we've done? Or are we going to do something different? So, basically, it's all about you, Cancer. Quit allowing people to make you feel like you're wrong for choosing you over them when it comes to you helping, when it comes to you, offering what you have to offer. If you have it to offer, fine. If you don't. But don't get those things confused and clouded. Your first obligation, only obligation, is to yourself. And I know being a Cancer, that sounds selfish because, we're wired to nurture. But you always go through peril emotionally, financially, socially. You always go through peril if you don't put yourself first. All right, Cancer. Like I said, I'm a Cancer, so that pretty much resonated with me, and that's been a lot of things that I've gone through in life have suffered from me looking out for other people more than I've looked out for myself. So if you have any questions, definitely hit me up, inbox me on Facebook under Shango Rising, however you pronounce it. Eternal Student 318 is my Instagram. You can DM me on there. You can also shoot me a comment or something on my page, Real Life Expression on YouTube. Just chop it up. I do personal readings. However, whatever needs to be done to give you that particular help, I got you. All right, Cancer, it's been real. To the next video, mahalo at y'all. Peace.